Hello, good evening from Tokyo. This is Takayoshi Wanami speaking, and welcome to my live stream talk in English. I'm now speaking at my study in my house in Tokyo, Japan. It is today the 9th of June, and it's 5:30 in the evening, Japan Standard Time. It was a very hot day for this time of the year, and we had the maximum temperature of over 86 degrees, which which is 30 degrees centigrade. Um, the weather is becoming hot and hot every year, but still this is quite unusual. But it will be another hot day, the weather forecast says. Tomorrow is again quite a hot day, but from Thursday onward, it will become cooler and rainy. So our famous rainy season will start shortly, I think. And this is a very uncomfortable time of the year. Rather hot and very humid. Also, during the night, it's not very cool, so we feel very sticky and uncomfortable. It's not only uncomfortable for us, but it's also very uncomfortable for my instrument. The violin sound becomes very wet, and we have to keep the humidity in the house quite low, and so we put rather high air condition and try to overcome this difficult weather. Of course, it's hard for our daily life when we practice for a long time. It is very tiring. So, but maybe it will be all right because we are accustomed to it. And in the beginning, we always feel it's very uncomfortable season started. But then after a few days, we can observe it and wait for a real summer and just keep our daily life. Usually the concert activity is going on and we have quite a lot of things to do. In the first part of July, the university I was working for, the Toho Music School, had the examination of the instrument in July. So I had to teach the students quite hard, and then I go to the examination to listen to them and make points. And so also we have a summer school for those who wants to come to the university, and I often went to teach there. But of course, this year I was retired in March, so I have nothing to do with those exams and so on this year. So I have quite a lot of time. In the second half of July, I have the concert which was postponed from the 15th of June, no, 13th of June. So it was due to take place on coming Saturday, only 4 days from today, but now it's changed to 26th of July, the Sunday, and I will perform the Brahms concerto in Shizuoka. And also on the 31st, the chamber music concert in Yamanashi. Also, my wife Mineko will give a solo recital at Suntory Hall, Blue Rose, on the 15th of July. This concert was also postponed from 23rd of May. It was due to take place on a Saturday afternoon, but now the concert will be on Wednesday afternoon. So we hope many people will come to the concert. Now we can accept about the 50% of the audience of the capacity into the hall, but still about 200 people can come in, and but we can expect, I think, the maximum 100 people because it's a working afternoon. And nevertheless, I hope that many people will attend the concert and hear Mineko's piano playing. This is her, I think it's her 21st or 22nd solo recital. She has been giving recitals since 1976, before we got married, the year before we got married. And so from the second recital, I was always there and listening to her solo playing. And she continues this solo playing in order to carry on her skill of playing and musical sense, which is, I think, extremely important for an artist, for a musician. We need to develop ourselves and to give performance in front of people is the best way to keep or develop our musical skills. Of course, usually we practice at home and try to make ourselves better, but we need to have a goal, which is live performance. So without this performance, we cannot really make any progress, I think, according to my opinion. And now I am myself practicing daily for those two concerts, the Brahms concerto and the chamber music, in which I play 4 pieces. One is very short, actually, but string quartet and piano quartet. This is a concert which is usually take place at the beginning of our summer school, our summer course in Yatsugatake. So all the summer course participants join us for this concert, and they arrive from different parts of Japan. And after the concert, we have a party to introduce ourselves and then go to our place where we stay 1 week in the mountainside. But this year, the summer course will be organized in a different way. We will do the summer course only as the sequence of private lessons. So we don't organize any class this year. And I think about 5 or 6 students will attend, but they come individually to our mountain house to play to myself or to Mineko or to both, and we will teach them accordingly, and we will stay about 1 week doing that. The weather there is much more cool and fresh, so I think this will be a very good relief for those students and musicians who want to have our advice or lessons. So this is our solution for to overcome this coronavirus problem. Uh, we thought it was easy to cancel the summer course this year and resume it next year, but I was trying to think of continuing it without canceling in some ways, and now we found the solution. I'm still feeling as if I'm under house arrest. I have no place to go, so I have to stay at home. If the life is normal, I would go at least 1 or 2 times to concert halls and 2 times to the local gym for a yoga lesson and for lesson gymnastics at the pool. But nothing is there at the moment. So this week I will have really nothing to do rather than staying home, practice, and reading books and chatting to people by telephone or Zoom or whatever, or this live stream talk and so on. It's not very interesting actually, because I like very much going out to meet people or to listen to music, particularly. Usually in Tokyo, there are many concerts every day. I don't know how many, but we have at least 5 or 6 big concert halls in Tokyo, and we have 5 or 6 major orchestras. So really so many concerts, and also some guest performer from abroad. We really enjoy our concert live in Tokyo, but now everything is stopped, so we cannot go and enjoy this nice musical culture. Also, I think it's all over, but we are advised not to touch or to feel anything while we are out. And this is very bad for us, the blind people. We have how shall I call, helper or guide who take us out whenever necessary. This is a social service, and I can ask or reserve a guide for certain purposes. I still go to hospitals and so on once or twice a month, asking a guide, but there are not many guides available now. They are trying not to work for us. So this is really a problem. I have to ask, I shouldn't ask unless it's really essential. So this is a very strictly limited life, I think. And it's quite against our independence. Sometimes we go out alone by ourselves, but then to feel to the rail or to the door or to anything, because for us to feel is or to touch is as the same thing as to see. So when I'm alone, I feel and touch things outside the house in order to continue my journey, and usually the people who are walking or waiting at the station, or sometimes the station staff, they are always very helpful. But under this corona situation, I don't know how much they are helpful. I already heard someone saying that before many people asked if he or she is all right, but now not many people try to talk to the blind person walking alone. So this is really a big problem for blind people to keep our independence, I think. And I really hope that this coronavirus problem will be solved by having a vaccine or any medicine and so on. So I think we have to wait for another year or something. But I hope our social community understands our situation, how the blind people must keep our independent life, and I hope they understand and help us for these purposes. So I'm closing now, and hope to see you again very soon. And please take care and see you again. Goodbye, and thanks for listening.